Hello, hello, Paradise. Hello, hello, Chief. Welcome, welcome. Now we start the quest. Excellent timing. Just moments ago, I received word from the Ironworks. They've completed their task and on their way to reinforce warding skills. Yeah, I'm streaming a while. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating artificial atomos. All in readiness for our journey to the void. Instructed our comrades to gather the great work. Let us head there at once. Oh, they have a baby atomos. There you are. Sent you fruits of alchemist labor are an artificial atomos. We yet to put it to the proof. Its ether is practically identical to that of the original. Truly remarkable feat in a short time. It's beating. Our alchemists have done themselves again. It's small wonder that they are the pride of Radsathon. I would express my gratitude to Nidhana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing out the most of the 10 pressing tasks, but said she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding skills. Someone said warding skills? Just so happens we have them. Right on cue. It is good to see you all again. For the President himself to attend, keen to be a witness to our little experiment, are you? No, I am. I was there at Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. Mind if you come along and see you off? It's thanks to these three that we could finish the work so quickly. So I painstakingly collected data that made our reinforcement possible. Scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. So once you did actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. It'll keep you safe. But enough bragging, here are the scales. What does it look like? With these, you can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. Midgard came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, I will regret I won't be able to accompany you on the latest grand adventure. Wait, Midhan is here. Dana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there's something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? Ooh. Will not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, that I require a moment. Are they giving him new drip? Kinda helping him avoid the issue. good for second place. He'll need the help. The help can get. You of all people ought to know that, eh? I wonder what. Is it really raining on this scene, or it's just a coincidence that it's raining?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Vritra, I presume.
Oh, they upgraded his simulacrum.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Vashan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Bashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Bashan, and best of luck.
I have something for you as well. While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadar's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
We're just entering it. Varshan got an upgrade.
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Hello. Set up your fellows to depart for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Yeah. Varshan. Let us go. I just realized I'm still in Seraph and we need to move it. We need to go to a dungeon.
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the Void Gate.
Gonna have a new pen. It became big. Are we safe going to that mouth?
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On
Sure,
my
it'll be fine.
previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
We're going to the void in this one. Yeah.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Boy, Ashdaya, not Ashda. I thought it's like the Genshin Dragon. Fell Court of Troya. Yeah, I need to go to the member so we have a quicker queue. Need someone? I'm available. Alright. Let me just go to Adamantides. Because I'm in Seraph. There's no... there will be no parties for us. forgot I went to my homeworld to send my retainers. Sayonjin, we're going to the void. Ah, my hair. Would you like to join us in the void? Oh, since we're going to the void, let's prepare. And if I'm already nice. Also, I unlocked the alliance raid. So the alliance raid is the one with the students of Valdesian. I'm gonna do that off stream. Invite, invite. Oh, nice. Once you're online, agent, let me know. Oh, I can invite you. How did you get there? How do they get to the canopies? I thought I climbed. How do they climb that? Okay. Let's see how long it takes for us to go to the Felport. I just need a few more. Well, 760 more to get my relic weapon, and I need to upgrade it multiple times. I need a lot of causalities. How did you get there? You just walk here. Oh, there. How do they get to the other things, though? Shift jump. Ah. That's how. A potato on top of a canopies. Ooh, that guy, how do you get those wings? Those wings looks cool. Are from oh. I should start doing hunts. I need sack of nuts to upgrade things anyway. We're going to Old Charlie. What's over here? I'm intrigued by this woman's lockbox. Ma'am, what's in the box? What's in the box? What you wearing? You got the drip. Wait, I have a quest here. Why did I have a quest here? Stranger from Paradise. I'm the mood for odd job. Your arrival's more fortuitous. Receive a request for your assistance a moment ago. Written by Passant of Narn Alchemist on behalf of an acquaintance of yours. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Matthew. He's familiar, I hope. Ah, it's another variant dungeon now. Yeah, I unlocked the two. Oh, is this the Alo? What's the name? Alo Alo. I'm glad Friday Eve plus you won. I'm netted. Ah, that's a yes then. Thank you. I'm myself not familiar with details of the requests. Plus the son should be happy to explain everything. Yeah, I believe you can found great work. They both with 800 sacks of nuts. Oh. A lot of nuts. Is there a cap for the sack of nuts, or you can continue hunting and spending as much as you like? Or there's a weekly rope. Who's the Elite Weekly? Mare Lamentorum, 5,000 kill, 100 sack. Oh, there you go. The bunny's here. Join us into the void. Just need a healer. Ooh, you dancing. Ooh, love your drip. You turned it black. Oh wait, what's written at the back? Is that a Moogle? Genesis Rock. Can we kill this? Mire Lamentorum. So drippy, I'm soaked. You're wet, so cleaner skills. Let's search for this one while we're waiting for a key. I wonder if we can see it. Did I take it? Mare Lamentor. Are the weekly ones easy? Can it be soloed? Or is it different from the S1 S rank ones that you need multiple people to do it? Where are you? S rank 1 give you more. What's the name of this one? Genesis Rock. Where can I find it? Ah, so it's just a random. However, they do give far more sounds. Where are you located? Oh, over there. That's. They give domes as well. Nice. That's a fake. Look at this guy. Oh, I am mute. Yeah, we're just chilling. Well, we're waiting for a healer to go to the void. Ah, there we go. How are you, Risuke? Is that how you pronounce that? Oh. We are floating. Into the darkness. It's kind of like Sasuke from Naruto. Disagree. Risque. Ooh. We got the whole set, the Bunny Boys, Cat Boys, and Dragon Woman. Ooh, orbs. Why is the music so fancy? Well, it is a port. Oh, you're alone now. You did. It's based off Final Fantasy IV, Kingdom of Troya. Ooh. I really love the other Final Fantasy Easter eggs that they put on this. Hello, Dobby. How are you? Thank you for your practice. Yes, I'll drink some more after to kill this mouse. But yun. Fierce rats have wandered my cat. Who's Beatrice? What? The boss is mops. Evil. Roast them. Your own coupon. Have fun. More hits. That's a lot of hits. More. Do it again. More heads. What the heck? Oh, we just killed it. That's a lot of hits. We need to be careful not to get ahead of ourselves. Oh, it's a giant head now. Oh, so we killed the other heads. Oh, good thing that the healer boost. Ooh, fancy. Finally, the Warrior Flag got something. They have a fancy castle here. So, what's the story here? We're gonna kill There's 4 elemental thrones and 1 knight. Are we gonna fight all of them? The hounds look cool. And it's realistic. He's named Pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty woman. What's the stats for these? 595. They're standing on the table. Foot off the table, bunny boy. Oh, that's a lot of horses. The bishop looks like a clown. Ooh, who is this? Oh, that's Beatrice. Wait, why is it already the boss? The value person. Don't look. Oh, the floor slices. Look, I think. Accidental. Hello, Akira. How are you? How are you? Oh, she's not dead. Oh, she's just being dramatic. Already on Post Endwalker, yeah. And yeah, I'm in the NAC. Whoa. Multiple people on the throne. Well, are you on the Japanese service? Can we make it before reset? Oh yeah, it's going. 8 minutes. You're in Tonberry. You spiders! Oh, is this their level 90 duty? Roger. Sometimes I lose my potato. I don't see where I. Garden of Epochs. Trojan Stewards. Have my own domain? No, I don't want to be eaten. What? Who's gonna eat her?
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels. Your ally is mine!
Ah, she got killed.
Breathe deep of your Scarmillion, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's circle of foes.
Scarmillion.
Pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your grave.
Golbez. So Golbez is the knight.
You must die! My blade thirsts for blood. Protect me, my minion.
Oh. Summon things. What? There. We finish it before the reset for the healer. Nice. Oh, I cannot comment anyone. Thank you for joining me.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
Question is Ashdaya still
There is
alive?
much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's proceed with caution, pick up what we can.
Sage advice, my friend. 'Tis reassuring to have one so experienced with us. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Just noticed the head pat was too high. This has to serve as a base of operations for now. You know, set heads elsewhere. Let's see what's there to learn here. Rewarding scale exhibit no change. Should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But with her now, she would sense Asaha where she remotely near, but there is nothing. Throne chairs in Troya allows you to sit on it. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across fastest. For that, I require my true form. Even a frostable dragon skull is born upon ether. It's liable to draw more voids into us. I see. In any case, little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated island. pros begin learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our call. We're gonna talk to the Void Sent. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Are we their masters now that we killed their master? Let's all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. Feral voice. I don't think we're gonna get something from this one. The creature's not aggressive at you. It's unlikely that you'll learn anything from it, obviously. Watchful voice. What is this? Is it a big face? What enticing eater you have? Give me some, give me some. Ah, if only I were stronger, I would be able to eat you. Fine, fine, I'll find something else to eat. I will communicate, this one only thinks about feed. Better take your inquiries elsewhere. Oh, it's an angel one. Let's talk to the... Oh, this is spider with a human. Is that a human? Mistress Ice Beauty is sublime. The bask in her gaze is bliss. And now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? Oh, what am I to do now? Creature mutters endlessly itself, not sparing you as much of a glance. Here, maybe this one would talk to us. I serve, I obey, please don't eat me. I will eat you. So it's the stronger you're just gonna eat the weaker ones. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? Don't tell anything about it. Don't know about anything. The one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, and the clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. Ooh, there's somebody who was captured. Who is it? I swear if it was Xenos. I have nothing to share. While those I approach have no will to fight, neither are capable of voicing conversation worth the name. It's the same lower rank voices tend to have lower intelligence would seem. A piteous Carmelion's dead. I was talkative at least. What of you? They caught somebody in the dungeons. Clever void sent in the dungeon? That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find his voice set, preferably before fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon then. I swear, if this is Xenos. I can stand on it. How do I sit? Let's sit. I'm the king now. Look at that potato. I'm the owner of this castle now. Look at his feet. did you send them? Over there. Oh my god. Oh, I can mount. Oh, I just realized, are there ether compasses? Oh, good. The guard dogs no longer guarding anything. Carcef 4. The heads are back. Trojan Jailer. Here, there's a warden here. I swear it is. It is him.
You are the friend.
You're the void sent bound to Xenos. Didn't you fade away? Vision! Hello, hello!
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
How did Xenos form a pact with, well...
Xenos. Yes, that is his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Oh, my crystal. Shining.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
What? It purifies the void scent? Oh. What? It became a regular Reaper. At least it
But
does
how?
Xenos.
The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos.
Also, we can purify those corrupted by the void.
His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the Void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the Void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature.
So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Whatever Mina said, I wasn't his friend. No, I wasn't his friend. I don't like him.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Somebody spying. Ah, Osatsu, hello, hello. How are you? Have you finished Endwalker? Post Endwalker? As one might expect, without anything as good as foreseen turn of events, seems different from other voids, at least those who met. The change we witness, I suspect, is due to crystal purging the excess darkness in it. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. We're keen to hear what she can tell us about herself, about her world. Did you move already? Ah, not the hot dog. Well, it's already showing. I'm gonna change it to a different one. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. I have this one. The one made by Bollocks. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Where everything begins. Dark World Voids and Secrets. I doubt you came to my dungeon by perchance. Was it you're after? Looking for a voice hunt with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. Visit the world, know little less if it's working in ways. I'm grateful for tell us about it, about yourself. Nice hot dog, thank you. How are you, Dobby? It's a formation seeking. What do you offer for it? Your life. I beg your pardon? Voice hunt do not give unless we stand to gain. Desire something, you pay the price. Still the rule of the world you call void. Will not kill you. How about that? Makes sense. We forgive our ignorance. But wait. Accept the most payment. Suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Tell her we'll keep her alive. We'll not kill her. She gives us information. The Whites and crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information I offer you mine. That's not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I'll tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. So to talk about the void, let's go outside. Come with me. We're gonna go through the house again. That's a wonderful castle.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
How about Zero?
meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. 0 then.
Here's the fruitful partnership.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue conversation within the castle. Yeah, why did we go up? The throne room is defensible. Gives a few points of fingers. Let's head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect payment promptly. Have it as soon as we've arrived. Let me ride my mount. Is that Beatrice? Here we are. Oh, I will need to disband the party, it looks like. Yeah. I will disband the party. Why am I unable? Stand. There we go. It's a fight.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
You're mine!
Have you done Court of Troya? Yeah.
And again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools.
Ooh.
Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist.
With
Of
the
course,
power of
in
money.
the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Then let's have Zero absorb her.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's.
Oh, did you eat
My
the
mouth
sister?
waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
So Asdaya is already dead.
Drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
That doesn't mean that the sister's already dead. Or if this world is deathless, she can be revived.
Every soul in this domain deserves
Is Barshan our tank?
feast upon their flesh.
The parcel answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
Gonna resummon them.
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless! You cannot defeat that which cannot die!
You observe the ether. Zero, absorb the ether.
Sports ill.
Our foe has penetrated in darkness.
We need to drag him out of this damnable heat.
There's no end in sight.
Absorb the ether.
A retreat may be in order.
We're just running away.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
We turned them into crystals.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
Perfect shape.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine. However incurred, a debt is debt. I will return it now.
She can turn voices into crystals.
the one doing it. He's overpowered. There it is.
Another debt to be paid.
I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, son. Very well. Let us return the favor.
Did I lose?
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Why does she have that special skill? Can we have it?
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Oh, they got the dragon.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Ah, poor Stea.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains. But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt. and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Yeah, they were feeding on the dragon.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Life or recent experiences, we have all questions with regards you can answer some few. Still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Groping in the dark. I've come to 13 before. Yes, you fought Voicent here. You didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seem to be stay dead at the time. Why was a bit of a rush didn't time wait around and see. What I know from your foray, I can hardly blame you. Perhaps you returned after you left didn't. There must be a reason why. There are circumstances in which we are unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more we devour, the more powerful you grow. In the process, your essence becomes blended with those of your prey. Were to lose your flesh and souls you have come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct voids and once more. Before you turn be yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies and your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who have more time to regenerate. However, assuming you survive the process, silently uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite the greater strength, Scramble Unit managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there other capable of the same? If I'm aware of, his attachment to his flesh was unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe you understand fundamentals of your birth now. If I may, I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? Hello, Rain. How are you? What you saw is I can bind the ether of the soul and twist. And will this power during Contra Memoria, but I am the only one left. Told the Tears of 13 once sealed gods in stones called Oracite. Are they in Memoria one and the same? Oracite, I do not know this word, but the world is vast and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. Does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria and what happened to your peers? Never thought about that. I do know though that Poison can use the power. Assume I can because I'm more I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. May well have my sister in his sketches. Is there aught you can tell us about him? Sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. powerful, however, some in the castle might have heard of him. And let's try talking to other voices once again. As address tasks, echoes will help facilitate communication. Mortally, should maintains composure better than concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, I'll ask you to go in my stead, and the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Just gonna talk with Voids and up there. We go outside again. Let me hide this other question because I am getting distracted. Fearful voice and tell me what you know. So clever hand isn't being eaten. No one wants it, but perhaps. Golbus, of course I know him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies of ravage and conquer. They devour those who deem useless, those who can't fight. Don't want to be eaten? Then you better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. Oh dear. If one who devoured her dies, perhaps Mistress will return. I may bask in her gaze again. Golbus, you say. Mistress spoke of him. Commands the archfiends. They're powerful and have conquered many domains. And Mistress bade us defend castle from them. Yes, she did. Seems archfiends are attacking other domains. Fearsome reputation precedes them. You big mouth. Ah, tasty one returns so tempting. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. Why, Sean? Welcome back. We're able to learn auto value. So countless voice and answer to the Archfiend, who in turn answer to Golbus, as your vision did suggest. Scaramelliona's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiend conquer other domains. Question is, how do we reach Golbus if he runs himself with armies of minions? The target is other Archfiend, perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ashta. Even faint possibility of Golbus has her, then I must find him. To that end, want you let us strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Got in the way of my word already. I want to help, offer payment. None here will aid you in kindness of their hearts. Anyone who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? We're not Larzinos. We would never ever force you to serve. forcing your avatar to serve against his will, that's true. Yours is an equitable contract. That being the case, I can believe your word soon would provide fair payment. But the offer? Well, zero must travel with us whenever you perform a deed. Express payment will provide the need for you. That's all you have to say. Everything else was superfluous. Okay, point where to now? Either place our chieftain's recommends, or refugees and deserters may expect. I know the latter. I'll take you there. Do you know how to get off the side? So go to your other mount. We can leave the same way. I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given numbers, we'll need a large one. Regardless of size, all can be worn or very big. Excellent. Let's go find our mount at once. Not good. Lord Goldbus was here over this. You'd be able to find a mount here with a castle in disarray. The creatures will be hungry. Just a little eater with supplies. Are you ready? Yeah.
There it is.
What is that? Dragon?
Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
Lots of tentacles.
What is this place?
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! What did they sleep in?
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
This is my abode. The others won't come near. So maybe at least they know their place. That glassing eater were to walk by, can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It's a vice in nature consume their soul's purpose. Is the pursuit of either merely turn their undoing. Many succumb to instinct. Anyone who's come here will answer to me. This domain's the one and only room, and it is absolute. Is this your old house? Nowhere to run. I'm giving you two warnings. You're old devices. Yourself duly warned. If you wish to go amongst the voice and here, that's your choice to make. I'll have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters turn serve Golbus, I don't know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries once. Thank you for your counsel. So you've learned all we can. Let us convene at yonder plaza. You're going to, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. Wish only to observe, do not expect me to. Then settle down, ready when you are. Let's go. Ready? Lead the way. Oh wait, I want to talk to you about these. Your house. Call this my abode. Spend hardly any time here, return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed, replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your phone if you lose sight of yourself. The risk inherent consuming another soul. They lose your sense of self, alters you inside and out. Guard against this, meditate, visualize who I am, in a place of all my own. What about this? This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted. You and yours have drawn everyone out. Not recalled statue though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. Hello, hungry Vincent. Stay away from me. I don't want to be eaten. Stay away. Golbus, I've heard that name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of Great Crusade. Don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. Crusade, you say? Whom do you hear this? Farfarello, who was a minion of another minion, went on and on about terrible things he saw. See, perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Who's Farfarello? Empty-eyed voids. To walk around her like that? Are you her minion then? No, I don't take minions. He has some questions. I want you to answer them. Golbus? I don't know that one. Only Skatak. He led us beyond the veil. I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skatak was powerful voids and ruled over a vast domain. That was long ago, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbus. My voice. Hello. You're one of the mortals, is it true? If you die over there, you really die? So it is, so it is. What brings you here then? Ah, yes, Golbus. 6 strong minions to grow his armies over here. Recently, he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder, now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he's about to make a move. Let's try what you learn. I must step away before you become tempting to resist. Oh, there's something here. It seems rumors of Golbus reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade. Whatever that may be. I'll say, would have guessed Farfarello once fought in Golbus' army. It's a miracle to survive serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear, being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. Only he's comfortable is Siriacho. This fellow coward who runs instant he senses a threat. Won't stop at place exhausted. Their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble, you tend to seek out Farfarello, I presume. Then I'll come with you. He's likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh, it's just 3 now because we killed the Earth.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. Never is fall, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. The very notion was an absurd! Drowned in darkness, as were we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The insolence! No place!
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
Does she have beautiful hair, indeed? Farfarello keeps fringes to my domain this way. If I send the answer my master, they can do as they please. All must answer the hunger, seek out prey when needed either. Except for Farfarello and Shiriato, that is, they content to take from one another, barring incident, they dare not venture out. He takes flight, Shiriato then seeks alternate, he is utterly spent. Farfarello on the other hand, just to hide the same place. Come. Shiriato's here. Well, whatever will I do now? Shiriato is rather unexpected. Where's Farfarello? Orla isn't here anymore. He left. Yes, that's right. Left? Doesn't sound him like him at all. Well, he's gone all right. What more do you want me to say? Off he flees. He is wont to do. Something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Sierrato's behavior? He seemed frightened. Perhaps someone has threatened him? I doubt it. Had he been threatened, wouldn't have found him in one place. I wouldn't risk us until he could run no more. That's his nature. As he says, Farfarel is gone, but it's quite unusual. As in fact, Siriato was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but said hid here, where Farfarel usually... No, I must go after Siriato now. Where did you go? What did you do to your friend? Did you eat your friend? Look, you're out we need to talk. There's no time, wind rises, we must flee. Wind rises, what is he talking about? After him. Oh, it's Barbarvicious coming. Where is he? Oh, he's just running around in circles like he said. Oh, they're bathing on the dirty water. Siriato. What are you scared of? What's gotten to you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbarvicia. Barbarvicia? Who in the world's that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. Don't sense anything, but he seems convinced he's dead and beyond. We'll corner him. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? Hello, Min Min. I already told you, Barbarisha, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? Will be devoured and forced to serve. The fight in the crusade makes no difference in the end. All are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything, almost. I thought it was for Farello who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at first sight of trouble. You who now speak as though you're a barbarous minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Yep, you ate your friend. Yeah, indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So it's the way of it. Did you devour Farfarello? Not just a portion of his serve, but his entire being? How did you know? Was it only your behavior that felt strange? It felt strange, as if there's more than you present. No, I do believe you have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it, Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbarisha more than anything. He hated the endless fighting. They begged me to devour him. He would never have to fight again. Rather than eternity of fighting, he chose moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness is part and yours. where in the world the wheel of life, death still turned, a soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape, all for this. Making his choice, Raffaello must have been desperate indeed. And now desperation has joined Zeriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. The place become a battlefield. Don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Raffaello, but there's nowhere to go, nowhere. And tell me about Barbarisha. I want to know who is to face. It's too late, she's good as here. No one can escape her winds. No one. The wind is coming.
Mauricio! She has come!
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eaten and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbarisha.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
It's Bayonetta.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione. And good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit
Would you like to
of
join the
what?
fight against
Pray tell.
Bayonetta?
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
What's the plan then?
We beat her up. Go after Barbariccia. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Less time we give enemy to prepare, the better. If anyone's ready, let's set forward. Indeed, hard way set for Barbariccia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have could come here. Should require moment 0. What? Barbariccia took what she could. She was to strike quickly as we would be. Agreed, there's no time for sentiment, only battle matters now. Zero, so word of warning, very good. Barbariccia. Word of warning, Barbariccia spoke as she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. When assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I just need to tell you how foolish it is. Archfiend, second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. We should appear in there fast, and memory will suffice. Get willpower at will. I'll try, but they make no guarantees. You do that, and if you fail, well, you just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Ishtaja. Another archfiend were to fall, Golbas will surely compelled to respond. We need only wait required to come with us. Indeed, our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught. This must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let's heed Zero's advice and seal our way at earliest opportunity. If you're all in agreement, let us be off. We travel by Nisrock. Nisrock. Is it the giant thing in front of us? Oh, it's full of hair.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
The place is quite hairy.
To us.
I see to Barbariccia.
That crystal is unlimited power. Storm's ground. So Engine, let me know if you want to join. So I can start it. I'm gonna fight. Your hair is everywhere. What the heck, lady? Go get the comb. Let me do the other first. What was that? Stranger from Baron. That's right. Go to the bridge. Passa. So, you. Hello. Oh, you must be. Have the cleaner sent you here? Very good. I have no idea how to leave him that you come. You may guess, some Pasasuno, alchemist here at the great work, Matis, my oldest and best dearest friend. The problem have difficult to turn around, nevertheless, he is allowed to ask you for help. So I reach out to you with this knowledge. For both his sake and the sake of little one, fate has brought into our lives. For the long story, sell his most recent cash, we should provide a perfect opportunity to convince him that we require your aid. Catch his attention, wait outside. Follow me. Oh wait, you're the one who took care of the baby, right? Ah, it's that guy. I didn't know he passed on our acquainted. Master Man says highly mighty hunter. Arms are thick and mighty reach, like Pastor's lip, sea with limbs which revel on the sea. Would have you know I'm an outcast by trade. I work with mind and not my body. I remind you, as my knowledge has allowed me to nurse you back to health. Really little respect isn't too much to ask. When I look at your face, I take you understood Kalika's commentary. And there's a little one I mentioned you before. In spite of his forthright nature, Matsi and I have become quite taken with him. I apologize for contacting you without consulting you beforehand. I know you didn't want to burden him with his troubles, so I'm afraid I see no other recourse. Well, since you come all this way, I suppose it would be foolish me not to tell you everything. That is, of course, you'd like to hear it. Very well, several days ago, found this tiny bird on the shore, breathing faintly unconscious. Justin took care of him and watched over him day and night, unsure if he would ever awake. For mercy he did, and then, to our surprise, he spoke, "Go to the Southern Isles." What else are these, you may wonder? Kalika, would you explain? Certainly, Master. Your wish is my command. Southern Sea Isles. I believe your kind called them remote and mysterious, it said. Hail for here from one of the west, name of Alo Alo. Was some of people thousands of years ago, now no trace remains save for grand shrine. Great statue speaker enshrined within. Statues embedded glorious gemstones bestowed vitality and beauty to the island. Nowhere else in nature thrives so. Long after a builder vanished, others would cross the sea and bask in his bounty. However, a century ago, Ocean Deep Royal and Frames burst forth, forcing residents Alo Alo to flee. The animals was no longer had their to fear hunters' arrows, laid claim to island's gifts. Alo Alo healed, ravenous beasts grew plentiful, the rivers became choked with fish. They breed, feast unchecked, and not even the speaker's blessing can forestall the island's gradual descent into a barren waste. Speaker servant, he fell to me and go forth to save my dear home. So I rode the waves upon a floating coconut in search of a mighty hunter. Although the ocean would have swallowed me whole at the moment, I looked the horizon without fear. Fate, the speaker would guide me through, and was right. Master Matches, the very hunter will save Alo Alo. And now seek the truth, source of my distress. The very thought of facing ravenous beasts makes my trunk shiver in fear. But you could be the hunter our little friend seeks. Sate your hunger for aspiration besides. Admittedly, not asked because I thought such a trifling task would be beneath you, but you had me at Grand Shrine. If your accomplished Master says, I would welcome you to Alo Alo with open wings. There's one catch, however. Master has come, you see. His speaker guided me into his embrace, and sign I cannot ignore. He needs to come. I have a soft spot for small defensive creatures, and while I am no man of action, I possess knowledge of the South Seas, which put the wind in your sails, as it were. Men of the fish native to the islands of prize are the rare properties and would make fine gift for any alchemist. Nidhana would almost most impressed if we were to brave unknown waters and bring her a few. Yeah, that's a motivation. A gift for Nidhana? Motivation. Yes, I'll go. I'll go find the plumpest fish I can find. As for you, it seems most burdening you with the troubles after all. I'd love to ask, but please travel with me to Alo Alo Island. Count me in. Master, you were resolved well. Every moment I become more certain of your success. Now let's go. No, Kalika, you must stay here. The wounds you suffered have yet to heal. Rather presumptuous of you to come and meet us, but you are right. I can scarcely lift my wings for the pain. Fear not, instruction is more than clear enough to guide Kefren asset to Alo Alo Island. Since I can accompany you, I'll see commissioning a vessel for you and for your voyage. Once you're ready to depart, let us rendezvous at Yetlimad. Who are those? Somebody sneaking. 3 people sneaking. Why are you sneaking? You hear that? There's a jewel bigger than you. Just waiting for someone to sail on the island and give it a new home. Can't say I made every little bit, Jimmy. I got sailing toys, treasure in the South Sea Isles, ripe for the plucking, eh? Seems you were into something. This wild chocobo chase, Wasprim. Rumors of wild riches really pay off this well. Aye, but not like after the same thing, we'd be in for some competition. No need to get your small clothes in the twist over one fisherman and his hired help. Just for show, you know. I heard them spill the exact location. The score smells bigger than Melvin's Gate one. I wager will be richer than King's. Get your gear in order, you two. We're commandering the first skiff we lay eyes on. Hello, Juno. How are you? How are you? It's already 9 minutes. We don't have a full party yet. Oh, I know what we can do while we're waiting for the queue. We can do our beast tribe dailies. Let's visit our cafe. Passes. There you are, despite commotion on your way here. It's the trio of masked scoundrels absconded with one of the smaller ships. The ranger host comes to track them down. Sea is vast and the thieves long gone. The gifts did not choose our vessel. Master wanted to tell me if Richard took Yali to Replicum loses through this work while we make ready to depart. At they arrive, sounds sent word. Kellic and I will maybe staying behind. Doesn't mean we can make ourselves useful. We just speak our directions, Ala Isle. And she's confident that she can deliver without issue. The rest depends on you, my friend. Alright, variant dungeon. So this is the other one. The variant dungeons. What's Criterion dungeons? How do I choose a dungeon? Oh, here. It's 3. Mount Rocken. Alo Island. Oh, you can actually set actions. Variant Cure, Variant Ultimatum. Variant Raids. Ooh. Variant Rampart. Variant Spirit Dart. Let's go, the variant dungeons. We're gonna do that next. Let's go to our cafe. No, what am I doing? Cafe. We need 1 tank, 2 healers, 2 DPS. While we wait, we go to our cafe. Where's the teleporter for our cafe? Coffee. Spread word about the last dregs. Example of say contain coffee break to Carolians. Where are the priests? Over there. Over there. Where's brewing reputation? Brewing reputation, where's coffee? Oh, there we go. We got it. Storm ground. Fight. Storms. Empress of the Winds. my body to shut.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
Bayonetta. I will cut your hair with my scythe. Why is Sir cutscene longer?
Such exquisite beauty. My hair shimmers with anticipation.
They're running. Back.
Try this.
Ah! Where do you run? It was inside. I followed the wrong person. I followed the healers. I'll follow the dragoon.
My looks are as the wind.
Ah! I got stuck in the hair.
Strong and free.
We got some dandruff.
Try this.
Oh, you're gonna jump here.
A fresh wind blows.
Ah, I got trapped by hair again.
You feel it too, do you not?
Ah! The hair pulled me in. So you shouldn't exceed that.
To last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Oh, you wrapped yourself with your hair. Oh, she became thick.
I'll slaughter you all. Dodge this if you can.
She actually looks better with short hair.
I'll make it quick.
Is she throwing islands using her hair?
Don't underestimate.
Exploded. Yep.
Feel my fury. Know your place.
What things happening?
Be gone from my sight. The insolence.
Smacker!
Dodge this if you can. No, I will not be denied.
Let us command. Turn her into a crystal.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet. You're finished. Damn it all!
The echo
I
did
see you've
not work.
bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Ah, that's why she needs ether. The power consumes hers. A lot of hers. Although Zero remains unconscious, he appears otherwise fine. And so far I can discern that the rate being part points in her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let it observe for a while. We discuss our next move. Has a faintest inkling whenever say whether the ether we can afford her sharp enough to awaken her. Maybe best take her back to the source. There she would guarantee all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent. It seems we have no choice. Alternative would we give her here defenseless. Should she later desire, we can bring her home. Ah, we have visitors. What do you need? Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero. You have newcomer, former minion of Barbarisha. Let her know when she awakes, will you? Barbarisha's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer? So we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else. Indeed. Why trouble join me? With luck, we might learn something of Golbez. What else do we need for here? I just need to complete one more. What is this one? The one from 6.3. Deserter Voids. You're the ones who felt Barbarisha. I won't make trouble, I'll obey, so please let me stay. Would obey, tell me you know about Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. All the Archprince are allowed to use the Bane wherever it is. No one but they know. I see no better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Bulbous communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters. Staffs? Wherever they are, use them to talk to those far away. Not like link pearls, decent function, and that will be all. Thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I'm satisfied. Let us rejoin the others and head home. Head home? We're returning to Razatan. Or this home. I trust you understand. Once you leave at 13, will not return until we ready to resume search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Back to Troya, then home. They're just staring at it while we're here, while we're away. Well, they're guarding if there's voice that's gonna come through. I'm back. What's up?
You're all safe.
They're like shine. Doesn't that void gate close? Couldn't that close? Well, if it closes, we're gonna be trapped. Become little. We have a little pet void gate.
There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important?
A hug?
You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Give him a nuggie. Master, you've been expecting you. Would follow me. I will show you the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
Zero needs up there.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnished cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void sent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Thandaniel. Were Zero wholly void sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Of it not.
It is no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Never to mean I dodged all 10 to an errand. I might accuse myself wish to pay a visit to High Crucible. This has functioned admirably. Prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. So the same for this vessel. Go meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Voidsent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you immediate plans? I'm just worried about Zero. I might go tend to my island. I haven't started my island yet. In that case, I might trouble you with a small task. I should have food ready for Zero when she awakens. So would you willing to marry Maine? Ask for suitable refreshments. Alright, I'm gonna be your errand boy. So let the meantime, Nidhara shall watch over Zero. She's already en route. Let's tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. My task is literally for food. What the heck? I'm the hero. You asked me to get food. What the heck, these people? Welcome, hero of yours. Go get some food for the sleeping poison. Welcome, May here. Make yourself comfortable. I need some food. Guess if Satrap has collapsed from hunger, of course I would have to help. Want to tell me what you desire? Special this for good measure. Some light refreshing, perhaps. Modest quantity of living mortals eaters. Rich and hearty meal, maybe. Very perfect. It's gonna be light fruit, isn't it? Apples here, just go. Yep. After our sister gets fruit letter, so whatever else, just let me know. I want the meat. If it's, they ask me to get it, I want meat. I'm gonna eat it if she doesn't. Welcome back, Leslie. We're Mrs. Nidhan, taking good care of friends. Would you darn be joining them now? Yeah.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
What battle?
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
What is this? Some sort of fiend? A fiend? Where is it? Where?
But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
You really absorb the apple instead of eating it.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I love Nidhana so
I-
much.
Don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzathan.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
This world's brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just by standing here in the breeze. I'm glad you drew that. It's a place particularly wish to see. Perhaps good food came from Apple, was it? Didn't expect it'll collapse again. Good to know where I can procure more of it necessary. Let's into this then. Shall introduce you to the head waiters. What do you want to say? This place, the air is different here. Speak not of the heat. There's texture to it, a fullness unlike of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Hanish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. How about you? Could attempt to introduce deer to Merhit itself, but Milo is more likely to be available. Welcome to Merhit's. Greetings, Milo, and I introduce you to Zero. She is an esteemed guest. I ask you see her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Merida told me, just come whenever you're hungry, we'll look after you. Plus you're the guy for obtain the apple. Place cooks can prepare whatever you desire. It's certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Why the ones moving their bodies about? Is this for some ritual related to eating? The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It's a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We voice and prefer simple pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have such complicated diversions ones. I don't remember. Let us move on. I propose we visit Basan Bashar, where goods and world over may be found. Basan Bazaar. Where exactly? Over there. Yes, I do. How are you, Seiji? I'm awake at night. But how are you, Seiji? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Night. What are all these things for? What do you do here? It's a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Earliest days starts at town that serve as a trading hub. Here you'll find only local products with wares from distant lands. Mentioned vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tombstones. What you desire, you shall take care of it. That's what tombstones are for. Voice and returned to them on occasion. I knew of their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets. I couldn't understand their obsession with them. That subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. You'd never make bargains and possessions are exchanged. This jail to get sleepy. Nice! He's like a bat. We strike bargains, something done. If it is our object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be like into employment, I used to believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let's continue to propose. We head to a high crucible of alchemy. Master Vitra, I can serve you this evening. Here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there's no rush. Pray take much time as you require. Know that I have complete faith in your work. High Crystal is home to finest alchemists, and they're the ones who created my bodies. They provide you with healing as well. I think of it, you weren't surprised when it changed forms. You were a miniature from the start, and that I was solely preparing a vessel of my own. Hardly uncommon in our world. We're given a chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be a rumored guest. We have mostly here to meet you. Have a moment to care to stay for some tea. This is just know we'd love to hear your tales. Now I have enough food for now. I can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to declare outright. They say you're tired. Let us save for another time. You're trying to make a duty. If what catches your eye and rude, don't hesitate to say so. So rude. Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things. I imagine you eat a lot of derived and satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which you feed to the silkworms. The creatures we wouldn't have silk to make our famous Dubner and weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. It would be hard pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, would it be considered for any other purpose or word? Master Vitra, and Gaffer too. What is it? Oh, they're wet. Isn't young Merad and my sister Yashro? Is all well in our orphanage? Yes, Excellency. The other children are very nice. We all look out for one another. This other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That is well. Is she a new friend? Friend? I know what that is. What? You mean you don't? They have a visitor from faraway land, you see. Still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend, someone you'd like to play with. Play with. Xenos seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? Absolutely not. Then I'm not close to understanding it. Why Traverse Great Fan, why he risks life and limb for you? He is a stalker. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I'm not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. Well, it's not yours, mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we'd better get back to our errand. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of the world. What more I learn of it, realize actually, no. It's all traits, your behavior, and your reasons. I find myself baffled at everything. Feelings not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It's the right decision to join you. Worried memory. Martial slips. I believe Zero's time here is in requirements. No small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Mega Dude. Welcome back. We'll be heading to guest chambers. It's food time.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, Then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Voidsent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Voidsent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
to explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Gonna be a lesson. You blew her mind.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light. Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ajdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
I think we can fit another version. We can do 6.3. Our time of void was short to manage to ascertain that my sister yet lives. Cannot be overstated how fortunate we were to have met Zero. One greater blessings nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search on you. Hope in overcoming challenges thus far. There's a little void scent. Look at it. Where did that come from? I goes in a minute. We'll seek to style your efforts. Or this we can be sure. Let with you on my side. I have confidence we will succeed. We'll find Liberate, my sister, and we shall return home together. cutscene. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbaricia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee success, however, I will require Canyenzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Some excitement for a trip.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
Let's go once more onto the void. Always striving for more fortune with a wish to share with you news concerning Zero. Recall that the stage for Ether agreed to aid us in search of my sister. So a suggestion and began providing said Ether in the form of food. Zero's found arrangement to be agreeable and has been eating steadily. Large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. And you and others are ready as well. I should set forth for the void once more. Excellent. Shall I form Stollenstein and then go collect my other vessel from the alchemist? Meantime, Matty asked to fetch Zero. She was absent when we visited her gyms earlier. Expect you'll find her corridor connecting to Yuja and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city of Florence. Once we have attended your respective tasks, let us gather the Let us go, let us go. Kama, you say. 0. I'll let it go.
Everyone is so carefree. Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness, and how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant. Such luxury is a loss to us. We have no hopes or dreams, and even the release of death. Only hunger. Others are a means to an end, at times a literal one. We forge covenants with men and come here to feed, or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos. Lives were tools to him, to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-centered heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why. What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end? But enough about that man. He is dead and we are all better for it. Why are you here? Was there something you needed?
Need to go back to the void. At least you confirmed that Genos is dead.
So you're heading back now. Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.